Hello, humans and pets. Today, we're doing this again. So if you haven't seen the first one, watch it. But today, we're spicing it up a little. We're going to make a new spice. He's going to cut it again.
What are we doing?
The rib.
Oh, okay. I was curious what you were doing again. So we are going to try the ribs again. When I bought these, we actually got these at our local Walmart. They were like $1.99 a pound. They're actually really good-looking ribs. But they're an actual spare rib as opposed to the St. Louis cut. Because when we looked at the St. Louis cut, they were like almost $2 more. And St. Louis cut is basically this part of the rib. I don't know how well you can see it.
Which makes no sense.
Last time we didn't show you us cutting it. Can you see it? Where it is? Okay, so this time, I am no butcher. So if I do it wrong, you can laugh at me. But you can basically see there's a line of fat that kind of comes. And you can see, you can almost feel where the ribs, I mean, if you flip it over, you can definitely see where the ribs come out. Yeah. You know, they're right here is the end of the ribs. And this is the part. So with that, while I'm cutting this, massacring the meat over here, Ryan is going to make the mix that we're going to do. Last time, we just did this one.
This one, which is garlic powder, onion powder, kosher salt, and black pepper.
Correct. So this time, I used to make one all the time that basically had all the flavors that I would put in my chili, which is like cumin and chili powder, paprika, and then onion powder, garlic powder, stuff like that. So he's going to make that rub while I'm doing this. And we wanted to show it this time because I've never done it before. And last time it came out relatively easy. I cut it a little bit crooked, but you can almost see this fat line right here. It's kind of your guide where it's the end of the rib. And you just want to kind of go, and it worked out good last time because this end, we're going to end up cutting off. We ended up cooking all of it. And there is bones underneath here. And I did say I was going to start using my good knife, but, you know, I'm stubborn.
He is stubborn.
And I'm hitting a bone. There we go. Last time it was easier. Let me just go through this one little bone left. And I'm making it look hard. But it wasn't hard last time. I'm hitting a bone. I tried to make it even. Last time I made it and it wasn't as, I'm making this look bad here. There we go.
Oh my goodness.
I made it look tough, but it wasn't tough last time. And then on this side, so if you notice this end, I think you can still see. That's why I told you to get a bowl on. You might want to go down there. This one is a lot thinner than this side is. So what I ended up doing, and this is just the extra piece, but we're going to end up seasoning all of this and we're going to smoke it. But like that's all fat on the end over here, so we can get rid of that. A little trash can here. Just so it kind of cooks evenly. And these are the extra pieces. And then when you do the rib, like this end of the rib is very thin, so I'll end up cutting that. This has just a little bit of more fat than we need. Take that little piece off. And then, depending on who you listen to.
Oh. Yes?
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Okay. Then they have this little skirt piece here.
I was just wondering, depending on who you listen to.
Oh, you know, this was a good little snack. It cooked up quicker than everything. We could taste how it tasted last time, so we're going to take care of that. And on here, there's a membrane. So depending on who you listen to, everyone has their theories on you should definitely take it off, not take it off. Oh, I forgot the paper towel to grab it. I'm going to have to use a little napkin. This one's nicked, but I forget the guy's name now. That's terrible. But some people say you can also score this and you don't have to take it off. We only have one, so I'm going to just try to take it off. And there's been a million different ways in order to do it. Everyone says the easiest way is take a butter knife. This one's already kind of scored here. Someone already kind of tore into this. And just lift it up at the end. Use a bone to pry it up. And then you grab yourself a paper towel, which I forgot to grab. And you attempt to pull it off because it's very slippery, the membrane. And if you can grab it, which I cannot grab it.
That was an uh-oh.
And
Big uh-oh.
just pull it right off like this. It kind of comes off in one piece, hopefully. Mine came off in two because I missed this little spot right here. But use a paper towel, napkin's a little harder. But again, this little bit of membrane isn't going to kill you. We're not doing competition. No. This is just strictly for eating purposes. Yeah. So, you know, this isn't going to be as pretty as if you were a butcher and you were actually putting it in. And then again, to finish off the actual St. Louis style, because you can see this side, I don't know if you can see, is a lot fatter than the other side. And I'm just going to, just a little bit of this excess fat we can take off. So what I did last time is you could feel the ribs. I went a couple ribs in. It's easy to see on the bottom side. My neighbor's leaving in case you can't hear his backup thing.
Yes, he is.
And so just to keep it as big as possible, I'm gonna follow this rib right here.
You just missed the dumpster man.
We had that
rare occasion
house roof yesterday, and there you go. So there is now, even though I made it look tough, it really wasn't. This has just got a little bit of that silver skin, but let's see if I can get this off too. That's not gonna hurt nobody. It'll melt down, right?
Hopefully.
It will. We're gonna cook this for anywhere between probably 6 to 7 hours.
About that.
We did it last time at 225. And there you go. So this is basically gonna
probably gonna do that again.
Basically what the St. Louis cut is. So for like $2 more a pound, you get this much meat as opposed to this much meat. Yeah. So it really isn't that hard. And I actually tried to make it bigger because again, it shrinks down. It's really not that hard to cut. If I would have cut a little bit higher, I would have missed some of the bones that are in there. But even with that, with a sharp knife, I would have blew right through them anyways. But you get 3 times as much meat if you buy the actual ribs. Oh, it smells good, yeah. That's why I like this rub.
I did make a messy though.
That's all right.
Well, I dropped it everywhere.
You have to clean it up. Did you put pepper in it too?
Yeah.
So you have a little bit of everything. Did you equate any of it, or you just kind of ham and egg
it in, and then I scooped more in.
Okay. And the salt.
And the salt.
This one we actually measured when we did it. We did it precise so that it was 2 parts pepper. Did you put a generous amount of pepper? I was gonna put. I have some ground. Crushed red pepper, I called it. It's basically, I dried my own habaneros years ago and I ground it up in a coffee grinder. And I was going to put a little add on. We'll have to find out if Ryan's mom is going to eat these at all. Maybe we'll put it on here so that it can have a nice little...
I'll put them on a smaller one.
Or a smaller one so we can see, give it a nice little hit. So what we decided this time, since we've done this one time before, we were pleasantly surprised. Although, full disclosure, I will say my brother said they were fatty ribs, and they are. I mean, these things were like super good.
So like 2 days.
But right off the grill, that fat was like melted butter. It was good.
You could lick through it like ice.
You barely needed teeth to bite it. But he ate it cold. So when you eat it cold, if you have a fatty rib, it did have a fatty texture to it. So this time, we want to see the difference because a lot of people were saying, you know, we're Texas-style barbecue. They only use the salt and pepper and maybe a couple other ingredients. But supposedly it gets more smoke with just that than when you hit it with all the other stuff. So I do like these flavors. We're going to hit the main one with the more flavors this time. And we're going to sauce it unlike what we did last time. Last time we just kept it plain because it was the first time we wanted to smoke with it. And we wanted to see. This time we're going to compare the flavors between, we're going to hit some of these with the regular one, and we're going to hit some of these with our new shake that we have.
With pepper, salt, ground cumin, onion powder, garlic powder, chili
Get your
powder,
nose.
and paprika. So that's what's in this thing.
Right.
It's basically like a homemade taco seasoning.
Yep. So there you go. So we're gonna try the different flavors. We're gonna see, and you can season them up. Go ahead. Which one do you want to do?
Already?
We gotta season it up.
Ready?
We're gonna throw it on the grill.
Okay.
And I'll take the regular one. Do you want to do the big one with the regular one, Ryan? Or you want to?
Let me go get a glove.
Okay. And we can maybe fast forward through this since you're stalling on it, but
It'll be quick. Ta-da! Loaf. Glove. Probably should have put it in the other hand, but
yeah, you definitely should have because you're not left-handed.
yeah, that's a good point. I am not left-handed.
All right, did you want to do all of these with the regular one, or you want to do? So this again is 2 pots pepper, 1 pot salt, 1 pot onion powder, 1 pot garlic powder, and we're just gonna make this. Gonna see if they get more smoke, less smoke.
More taste, less taste.
More flavor, right. And I'm going to do this big one with the regular because this one's going to stay on definitely as long. Like these littler ones, we probably will take off a little beforehand because they're not going to take as long to cook. And that's where you get the snack for the day.
Oh, we love the snack for the day.
But this one will definitely, this one's actually fatter than the ribs, so this will definitely stay on.
Yeah, that's a big fatty one.
This one's going to stay on for the length.
I'm going to flip this over. Get this side a little.
And we haven't decided on whether we're going to doctor up a barbecue sauce or if we're going to just, Ryan's going to try to make his own.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see what he wants to do with that. I didn't want to make it too non-traditional because we kind of want to keep it.
Correct.
Because I actually like a hot barbecue sauce, make it like spicy.
Like a spicy one.
And
we do.
We can always.
We like spicy things.
We can always spice it up later. That looks. I like your rub better, just by looks.
Thank you. I guess.
Don't try to get the edges if you can. Do you want to do your rub on this little guy too? We might as well. This little tiny one.
Yeah.
This little thing. Last time I said, "Oh, this ain't even going to be good." But when this fat melted down and this tiny little jerky looking piece
good.
Shrunk all up, it was a little. Even though it has a bunch of the skin,
yeah,
it was so tender and so flavorful. We're doing this. We're going to end up lighting up the grill, but I want it to sit a little bit so that it can make its way into the meat a little.
So that's how it looks.
And you got all the sides over there. All right, so I'm just going to take his rub, and we're going to do this little skinny one.
I'll take you off.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to do the little skinny. You can give a close-up to all the...
all of them.
All the ones you did. And we're going to hit this little skinny one with your rub that you just made.
Yummy. It looks like a steak.
It just smells so much better. Like, I don't mind the salt and pepper. But
it just smells like
when
salt and pepper.
When you get the cumin and the chili powder and the onion and garlic powder and they all kind of just blend in together, it just really makes a, delicious smell.
Yeah.
We said before when Ryan was younger and we made we would make rubs. This was kind of the one I always ended up going to. Did you put brown sugar in this?
No, I did not.
You were supposed to put brown
sugar
in it.
I didn't put it in.
All right, so this will be sugarless. We'll end up putting the brown sugar.
Put it in with the
If
foil.
we do, I haven't decided if we're going to even wrap these. We're going to have to see how the smoke goes. Last time, it got a lot of nice smoke flavor and stuff.
Yeah.
But it never really darkened up.
Correct.
It may darken up more because of this rub.
Yeah.
So I'm going to kind of play it by ear. We're going to see, whether we're going to wrap it or not. We'll try it. This one is fat. We might definitely wrap that one. But you can definitely see the difference in the color between the regular and the seasoned. So we're going to let this sit. It's probably going to sit for anywhere close to maybe a half hour-ish. And we're going to fire up the thing. We're going to bring it up to, I'm thinking 250 again. We're going to run it slow and slow. We're not on a time crunch, so there's no rush in order to try to get this off. And We'll bring you back. Okay, we are back. So we got this thing humming at about 250 degrees. I think that's what we decided we're going to cook it on today. We have a mixture today of the Expert Grill. It's a Walmart brand of charcoal. And I found we've gone through a bag of it now. And that combined with the wood chunks that we put in here, have actually worked just as good as the Kingsford and everything. I really haven't noticed a difference. I'm going to put it on. They say scrunch it up a little bit. Hold on, let me just throw this guy on here too. And I also have, so I did a mixture of that.
And some of the lump charcoal.
Some of the, we did a mixture of that in wood. I alternated some charcoal, some wood, some charcoal, some wood. And then we did I had a little bit of the B&B lump charcoal left over. So, let me see. So we're gonna cook this now. It's 250. It is now 9:42 to be exact.
In the morning.
In the morning. So we're gonna cook this now probably for 3 hours. Maybe every hour we'll come out and check it, just make sure nothing crazy is going on. We'll keep an eye on it and stuff. But I'm gonna try to keep this closed. We're gonna keep it at 250. And you know, whether we do the 3-2-1 method or the 4-1-1 method or whatever method we figure out, we're gonna let the meat dictate what we do. So we're gonna let this cook. If we decide we're gonna do something different, I know we're gonna spritz it over time, and I'm gonna make a mixture. Last time we used
apple cider vinegar,
half apple cider vinegar. That was a good combination last time. And this is smoking real good today. Some days it smokes a lot, some days it doesn't. So there you go. Well, it's up to 280 because we just had the thing open. So that's it. When we do something, we'll bring you back. Nope. Hold on. Sorry.
Oh my goodness. We're back. We got some apple cider vinegar and apple juice. Roughly half and half of each. So
how long has it been, Ryan?
It's been like 3 hours.
Yep.
Since the beginning of the cook. So here's what they look like right now. We're just gonna squirt them for now. And since I didn't put any brown sugar in the rub, we've decided we're gonna make our own barbecue sauce or fix one up.
I'm sorry.
And we're going to put some of it in it. So right now we're just gonna squirt it a little bit.
Yeah, hit it good. Make sure it's open. I don't know if it's a new bottle. It might be.
Oh.
You gotta make sure it's open. I bought a few bottles at the same time. So that's actually looking really good in my eyes. You can see the difference in the color of the bark itself. Oh. No, you don't do that.
No, I don't do that.
And we're having a malfunction of these. It's going to take a little bit till it goes up the hose, so you got to squeeze it. You're going to leave it cracked a little bit.
Oh.
First time using a squirter.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
You just want to spray it a little bit more. So that's what we're going to do. It's been 3 hours, and a lot of times people do the 3-2-1 method. They'll actually wrap it now, but I'm thinking they're actually looking really good. They're not even getting that dark. Just this little guy that's probably almost cooked. I think we're going to leave them like this. We may or may not wrap it at all. We may just let it ride out. We'll have to see. If you can try to get the backside of that, Ryan. Yeah. They're looking really good. They weren't looking dry. The actual rub itself was glistening nice, but they're actually looking really good. So we're going to leave them on. Maybe we'll do this like every half hour now. And we'll keep an eye on them. We'll decide whether we're going to wrap or not. But there you go. That's what we got so far. Okay, we are back. So now it has been just about 6.5 hours since we started this. We can show it. We have a nice looking bark. Again, it doesn't have a ton of pullback, but it could be the way I cut it too. So they're looking good. We actually just spritzed it.
Now you're noticing something up here.
So yes. So Ryan, after we did it, we said, like, geez, we should have actually filmed this. But Ryan decided he was going to put together a barbecue sauce. So what did you put in it, Ryan?
Well, we got some chili powder in there. We got some apple cider vinegar, some ketchup, some mustard, some spicy hot sauce, which is really spicy and tasty. We got some garlic powder, onion powder, salt. Or no salt, actually. We got pepper, though. What else? We have some brown sugar in there. We got a little bit of honey. And some Worcestershire sauce.
And then a whole lot of the What was that? What is that? It's not the habanero sauce that we had.
Yeah, the ghost pepper.
Ghost pepper. He went
sauce.
a little crazy with that. So what we decided, we didn't wrap this at all. We left it out the whole time. Yeah. Ryan made the sauce. We're gonna just sauce it. We're gonna leave it on there for maybe. We just probed it. It probed pretty tender. I'm gonna put a little bit of sauce on the bottom of all of these. I'm gonna flip it over. We won't bore you with me painting. This was a lot thinner, but we put it on here because we realize sauce has to be warm or it brings down the temperature.
Yeah, we found that out on.
But B, we wanted a little smoke with it too. So this actually is a pretty darn good sauce. It has a nice little kick to it. He did a good job making this. And we've had it on the smoker now for a few hours. It's been out here the whole time. So as you can see, I'm just going to paint all these. We're going to flip them all over. I'm going to paint the other side. We're going to leave it on for another half hour. And we're going to see the difference. This is one of the ones that I've never done a rib unwrapped. So when we decided it wasn't getting uber dark, it was actually staying like really nice looking. So we decided to try it unwrapped this time and see if we like it this way or not. So there you go. So I'm going to finish painting the other sides, and we'll take them off in a half hour and see what they taste like. I'm ready.
Hello, humans and pets.
Okay, we are back. It was just over a 7-hour cook. Just over. We cooked it at 250 the whole time, unwrapped.
Unwrapped.
So we kind of changed. We kind of changed the whole aspect of it because this thing cooks so smooth and you know, I've seen some people on cooks, and granted theirs are a lot hotter and stuff, where it just looks like it's getting too dark. And, I based it about every half hour. I spritzed it with the stuff, and I don't know. These things look phenomenal.
Look really
I think
good.
the bark looks great.
The BBQ sauce hopefully tastes good on them. I think it will.
Yeah, no, but Ryan whipped up that barbecue sauce, and we took a little sample before it was on the smoker, and it certainly had a great flavor to it too. Nice little heat behind it. What would you like me to cut first? We're going to go right for the main course?
Let's cut little guy.
Well, I don't know if there's bones in little guy. I'm not really sure what we're looking at with little guy. Now, we're going to cut little guy only because...
Little guy.
All right, there is definitely bones in little guy.
That's okay. We can eat the bones.
You don't have to eat around it. Because this one had the...
I want that guy.
I might have cut through the thing. Well, I had my fingers jammed in that one. This one had the salt and pepper rub.
Yeah.
This one had the other kind of rub. And there may very well be a bone in that, so be careful when you're eating it.
Don't eat the bone.
Are we going to try it right now?
I'm already eating it.
You're already eating it. Now, think about what we had last time.
It's hot.
What is your assessment on?
What is your assessment?
I don't know if you just saw that dripping out of my face. Compared to the last one we did.
It's more smoky. Is that what you were going to say?
No, but is it?
I believe so.
I find, because we kept it unwrapped, the bark on this is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, it actually has like a, I don't want to say a toughness, but it's definitely, the other bark was really soft and spongy.
It's more like the crispy type
This
of
gives you
bark.
that crispy edge like you seared your hamburger. But this little piece,
Little guy.
it is so juicy and tender on the inside.
Yeah.
You get that perfect contrast where you get that. We didn't have that in the last one.
No, but one thing you are missing in this one is the buttery brown sugar taste. So it's a trade-off.
Which, if you would have put the brown sugar in the rub, like I said originally,
you would have more.
We would have had that.
Correct. The BBQ sauce tastes good with it. I don't think it's that spicy at all.
No.
In fact, I could have added more of the ghost pepper
for
stuff.
sure.
But it has a nice taste.
Now, that's that torn. That's that part. That was absolutely delicious.
Yes.
But did you like that? I mean, the last time we ate the rib,
well,
and we bit into the rib. I'm just saying that one piece we had when we ate the little guy last time too, because we had this exact same setup. And the last time we bit into it, it was like eating bacon. Like it was soft and weird. This one you didn't get like that.
The pork shoulder picnic because of the bark.
Because of the bark. All right, I'm going to have to try that. This really did come out looking phenomenal.
It looks really yummy.
I got to try to figure out just... It's harder because the bones...
You can cut through them.
No, the...
Oh, because
I can't see... I can't see the bones as good because of the... Go ahead and grab that one.
Oh, thank you.
Or you can have this one too. You want this one instead?
No. Oh, well, yeah, sure. Well, I guess.
In order to see where the bones are so I can cut through. Ooh, this is a double boner right here. These are a little curved.
You don't have to cut them all.
No, I'm just gonna cut one. We gotta show it for the camera. Now it has very moist.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize you threw one on my plate. We'll use the one on my plate.
Did.
A really nice looking smoke ring. It's almost not even a smoke ring. It's a smoke through.
Yeah.
You know? Very moist. I don't know if you could see that. I don't really want to squeeze it all and have it, but...
Let's eat it.
Let's try it. I will say, the sauce that he had does have a nice bite to it, though. And we wanted...
It also has a nice sweetness.
Because he did. He actually put honey and brown sugar in it. But not a ton of both. Just enough. It's actually... It has that sweet heat. That's the part you want. You want that back heat to go with it. And again, here's that bark that just... I think I really like the bark too, though. Let's try. What about eat the bone?
How is it?
Now, eating the bark on this one, you can taste those Mexican spices that we put in there.
Because we added a different rub.
Right, because the little guy only had the salt and pepper and onion powder, garlic powder. Where this one had all the Mexican spices that I would put in the chili. Those really even fight through your sauce, the sauce you made. This is so tender, the bone actually fell off, like the tip of the bone, like I could bite through it. Now, I'm going to shut up for a second, and what do you actually think of this one?
I like it.
I want to show you. When you don't bite through the bone, it comes off as a nice, clean bite.
Now, do I like it more? Because we've cooked this in the past. You can go watch it, the video. It was a good one. One of our first cooks. We've done many more since then. But I really enjoyed that. I still think it's one of the best. Do I like it more? I'm not sure.
I will say, as fatty as this looks, because this didn't shrink up. Now, all the videos I watch say you should have the pull back and stuff. But I don't know if it's because it's the way I cut it, because you're not right down to the bone. You know what I mean? I do think there's just as much smoke in this one as there was in the salt and pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. Yeah. I don't think the rub blocked it at all. I do think there's more flavor in this one than the salt and pepper and onion powder, garlic powder.
I think it's also because we didn't go as light on the stuff, the spices, because we didn't add as much last time. I don't think.
Oh, you think we went a little heavy-handed?
Which is good. I like it more with more.
Don't get me wrong. The little guy was delicious with just the salt and pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. My personal opinion, with the rub, with the sauce, and definitely with the pronounced bark, I like this one better. You know why? Because in the inside, it is still soft and juicy. So to me, you get the best of both worlds. You get not only the really juicy, tasty interior, but you also get that bark. I'm to the point where I'm going to come to this small side over here.
Now my take on it, right? It's probably all over my face.
Not as bad,
really.
Actually, yeah.
I'm gonna say I like this one more because of the barbecue sauce. I think it really helps it. That sauce is really, really good. I will be making it more in other videos, hopefully. Maybe if we redo ribs again.
And we apologize because after we made it, because there was no measuring. I don't measure unless I'm baking.
We just threw it in.
He put in ketchup. He put in this. So he put in that. And we just kept adding and adding and adding. And I kept saying, keep trying it. Keep trying it. It's like, wait a minute. It needs to be a little sweeter. And he put in a little bit more. So next time we'll actually do it on film. I wasn't thinking about that part. We would really just trial and error. Because, again, we've never made barbecue sauce until we bought this smoker. And after we were done, I went, Ryan, we should have filmed that, you know. So, but it would have been bad for anyone who was trying to follow us because we weren't measuring anything.
We can just do this with regular barbecue sauce.
But the good part is, the bone is so tender after cooking it like this. I can eat the tip of the bone. I just did that in both my ribs. The good part is you can make a sauce any way you want. You put whatever you want in it, and you do it towards flavor. You know, because we might have went more heavy-handed with the mustard than some people would ever think of going. But we like that flavor. So
I do like mustard.
And I'll agree with you. This is some of the best barbecue sauce I think I've ever had.
If we put the barbecue sauce on the other one, wrapped it up and stuff, I don't know if I would like it more. Because I really like the soft. The bark adds like the crisp, the bite through, and then you get the soft, gooey center. I don't know if I'd rather just have it all gooey. So I'd have to try it again, add like a sauce like this to one of those, and see which one we really like more. I do like this one more though, just because
we can do that in the future though. We can take, you know, either we do 2 racks of ribs, especially if we end up with baby back ribs or something, and we can do like one wrapped, one unwrapped, and see which way we like it better. But as of, I agree with what you just said, because it was basically what I said to begin with. I do like the sauce. And I don't get me wrong, those last ribs we had were out of this world, but I really like the bark we got this time. Not wrapping.
This is out of the universe.
Yeah. So and we did get a suggestion, and I was going to consider doing it, like wrap it in butcher paper so you keep the bark and it's not steaming it. But instead, they were getting such perfect color and they weren't having any of the burnt look that I said, we're just going to leave them, well, actually Ryan decided, let's just leave them uncovered. And I started getting nervous because as time kept going, they were probing tender, but there is a difference on the bark to get through because the bark itself does have a different texture. It's a little bit harder. But we left it on a little bit longer, but it didn't hurt these at all. This was, these are so juicy still.
I also think if we left the last ones on longer, it might have been better. Like the book might have got harder. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, last time we kind of did the Finn, stop. We kind of did the 3, 2, 1.
Mm-hmm.
But
this time we did like 6-1.
This one we didn't do. There was no one. We didn't wrap it at all. So we did 7 hours straight. We sauced it for the last 45 minutes or so.
Yeah.
This is delicious. I like these better. This is one of the best ones we've done so far.
All this needs is a side of pig shots and jalapeno poppers.
You know, yeah. Well, this one,
and it would be great.
Do you want it? This one right here was the salt pepper. Well, we already had the little guy anyways.
Yeah, we've had little guy.
I do think I like this rub better. I do like the, it is all over your face. I do like the Mexican seasoning rub. But this was really good. Don't get me wrong. I do like just the salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Onion powder, garlic powder.
But
it's good.
It's basic.
But this one takes it up a notch to me. Yeah. When you add them extra seasonings with the paprika and the chili powder and the cumin. I really like that. So yeah. I definitely want to do this again. This would be great on a pulled pork. This would be great on everything. That rub itself. I want to make that.
And that sauce. Put it on chicken.
That sauce is absolutely out of this world. I will agree with you. So there you go.
So what's the synopsis, the summary?
I need another one. This is so good. What do you mean? What do you mean by? I mean, look at how much this just falls apart. There is a bone in here, but this is so juicy.
He just eats the bone.
You can't help it.
In fact, you don't even have to, hold it. You can just eat through the rib itself, like the rib bones.
This was the very end, so this part actually didn't have a bone in the very inside. But I don't know if you can see. It definitely rendered. We didn't get to the fat part.
No.
But it rendered the fat better than last time. Yeah. Although last time I get Uncle Michael's thing where he said it was fatty when you ate it cold. Because I ate one that was not hot, and it was like that. But the fat on this coming off the smoker is like biting through butter. There is like no... But I do like this little bark on the outside.
But tastes good.
Oh, yeah. I do like the bark on the outside like that to give it that crunch. So I didn't know what you meant by what is my synopsis.
Summary, like what did we do? 250 degrees, we use expert grill, a little bit of the Walmart brand, and then we used lump charcoal, oak I believe. Threw in some oak chunks ourselves. Smoked it at 250. I already said that for 7 hours.
It was a longer
3 hours
cook
in,
than
I think
expected.
we started spritzing it.
Yep, right around
around like 5 or 6 hours, we made the sauce and stuck it on the smoker. And then roughly like 30 minutes toward the end of our cook, we basted them with the barbecue sauce. When we took them off, we didn't let them rest because we threw them in our face.
No.
And they were hot, but they were delicious.
These are smelling so good. I wish you guys could taste this.
Yeah.
And
Taste-o-vision.
Well, it's one of these things where I wish Uncle Michael lived next door because I'd run them right over to him right now.
Cook a ton of them for free and then mail them to all our subscribers. But that's not how.
Let me apologize for him and the motorcycles driving by. I will say, all in all, as a total package, the spiciness of that sauce that you made to go with the Mexican flavors that are on this rib. You said this the last time. I don't know if you said it on film or not. Could very well be the best rib I've ever eaten. And I hate to say it because we actually cooked it. And we are going to eventually, we have a couple really good places that are famous for making barbecue.
Around us.
Within an hour's drive, either way.
So we're going to plan on going there, grab a few items off their menu, try and compare and contrast.
Because I want to see, are we fooling ourselves by thinking this is this good? But
I mean, Applebee's made some good, ribs. Chili's made some good ribs. But they don't compare to this.
Not even.
They're nowhere close. So I don't know.
Not even.
It must be the slow cook. It must be the stuff we put on it, the sauce not being as basic and boring in this case. The bark, you don't really get the bark when you cook them that fast, right?
Well,
they're cooked to serve, right? But they're cooked really quick.
I think they slow cook them, and then they heat them up to bring them to you and stuff. So I'm not 100% sure. And like you said, I've had good ribs at Longhorns. We've had good ribs at
a lot of places.
At a lot of different places. But I can say we've gone on vacation and we've stopped at a couple barbecue places because Ryan's mother is not a big fan of the barbecue. But we've stopped and we've actually gone to places that were highly recommended, saying that they were some of the best barbecue they ever eaten. That wasn't one of them.
Oh.
That were just okay in my book. They weren't really that good. These right here, give these a try. I wish everybody, like he said, could try these. Because you know what? One of these days,
smell them.
One of these days, we're gonna have to see if the neighbor that we talk to all the time is ever home, and have them go and get a separate assessment so they can get them hot. Or maybe we'll have to have Uncle Michael and Auntie Brenda or somebody over the house one day to get it right off the grill, just to see. These are dynamite. I like this rub. I love this. I hope you can. I hope you can duplicate the sauce that we did. But
it's not hard at all. You just pour stuff in
and make it taste.
Make it taste.
Without patting myself on the back, let's throw a huge pat to the Char-Griller 980, because I don't know if you could see on Ryan's bones over here how much smoke penetration.
Went all the way through.
It really did. It actually changed the color of the rib. That's not sauce. That is actual just smoke penetration.
That's also not blood.
No. That is just... And, again, this thing purred. It ran smooth.
Yeah. Smoked a lot.
You know, in the very beginning, because we had put some wood chunks in the bottom, it was a lot more smoke. But this burns so clean. You can't even see, really, the smoke pouring out of the... But you can obviously see the smoke that went into the meat.
Besides one open warning at the very beginning.
This thing has been running... Yep, it's been running mint.
And the very little complications after we set it up.
Right.
Like the wires. This is like a great purchase.
It really is. It really is for those... Simple. We certainly don't get paid by Char-Griller, but if they want to, if they want to sponsor us or anything, I'll take some paraphernalia.
Even like a hat and some t-shirts.
But with that being said, and I'm not promoting them, but getting a smoker in general was one of the best purchases I think I've ever made. Some of the best food I have ever cooked. And I've been cooking for a lot of years, but the quality of food that's coming off of that, and quite frankly, the ease. I wanted to get a stick burner. I've never had to maintain the fire like that for a long period of time. But this is literally a set it and forget it type of machine. Like I sat by, it's a beautiful day.
Is really the charcoal.
And we have the wood, that's why.
And most of the meals, they're cheap for a lot of food.
This right here,
this, probably like $15.
It was around that.
It's literally almost as cheap as it's like $2 pricier than the Saweetie meal.
Yeah, I think this
which is kind of crazy.
I think this was it was like 14 and change, the amount of weight it was.
That's ridiculous.
Definitely, I mean, we found it on sale. It was $1.99. The whole chickens were 88 cents a pound.
Back of ribs, right? Yep. And then you get like 8 steak size chunks. And then you get the little guy, which you can season however you want, whatever.
And some people would throw that away, but that was literally the skirt off the back. That was phenomenal.
Might as well, right?
Yeah, no, it's just absolutely delicious. So, highly recommend it. We've probably gone on way too long. We appreciate you if you're still here. We appreciate you if you already left. It doesn't matter. But thank you for watching.
Yeah.
We try it. Let us know how it comes out if you do. If not, thanks for watching the video.
Yep.
We hope you enjoyed.